I'm not really going to show the step-by-steps here. I'm just going to take you along with me while I restock our pantry full of jam. The Amazon device says that it's 60 degrees. Feels it. I went outside. I forgot Rocky outside, so. Look how nice that looks. I have the mixed berry jam. Started in this one. Strawberry in this one. And blueberry in this one. I don't have enough jars. That's dumb. What's up? My name is Crystal. Welcome to our channel. I am going to be doing a jam-a-thon on this Saturday morning. We are low on jam in our pantry. I think maybe down to 1 jar from last summer when I canned up some low sugar peach jam. I think I might have one of those left, but we are out. So I have raided my freezer downstairs and this is what I found. And then I ended up separating out all the berries based on how many cups I had so I could figure out which jams I was going to be making. All I have is this low sugar Sure Gel pectin, but I ended up finding a few recipes on their website that I want to try, and it's all pretty much the same process. I've done other recipes before that I've shared on here, so if you're interested in how to make jam, you can check out those videos, but I'm not really going to show the step-by-steps here. I'm just going to take you along with me while I restock our pantry full of jam. I've got a clean bath towel, old bath towel on the counter, and I've been washing our jelly jars. I really only have room for the wide mouth half pint jars. I have like a perfect little shelf where I could stick these into, but I have a whole bunch of these ones, so I need to use them. Thought about using the electric water bath canner.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go get the electric water bath canner. Yeah, I think Steve got this on Amazon. I'll link it in the description, but I really like it a lot. I wouldn't necessarily use it for cooking. Like, I've tried to make salsa in it before and it just ended up burning to the bottom because of the way that the heating element is, but I've used it for canning and I really, really like it for water bath canning. It's super rainy and yucky outside. The Amazon device says that it's 60 degrees. Feels it. I went outside. I forgot Rocky outside, so we just brought him in. I went out there for a second to see what it was like, and he went out with me, and then he's been out there for like a half hour. I should have put some soap on him so he could have had a bath. It's October, so we're watching Halloween movies, and we've made our way through many of my favorite Tim Burton films, and we're on Corpse Bride now. Got fruit flies everywhere. I usually have that controlled pretty good, but for some reason, I had something. I had bananas in a bowl last week, and I had new bananas on top, and I didn't realize that the bananas on the bottom had gone beyond bad. Like, they were completely mushy, and there was actually a puddle that they were sitting in, so they had turned into some sort of banana juice. I think that's what started the fly problem, the little fungus gnats. Now they won't go away. Now they're just on everything. All right, I'm gonna use some of these. I found them downstairs with my gardening stuff. You can get them on Amazon. They're little traps for the fungus gnats, and you can hang them too. But I think I'm just gonna stick this right in the fruit bowl. Look how nice that looks. Here's how the berries look. I've had them in the refrigerator overnight. They're not completely thawed. We're gonna start with the strawberry jam, and then I'm pretty much just gonna do them all at the same time, and we'll see how many that we get. Like I said, if you need more of step-by-step instructions on how to make jam, I will link the other videos that I have down below. They are not the same recipe as this one, but they're all basically the same. I'm being quiet because Lila's sleeping. But I have about 9 cups of strawberries from our garden from last year and this year. And so the recipe calls for 6. So I'm just gonna do 1.5 times everything that it's saying to add. So I'm saying to add 4 cups of sugar. So I'll be adding 6 cups of sugar. I might do a little less than 6. Then it says 1 box of sugar gel, so I'll be doing 1.5 boxes. It says a 1/2 teaspoon of butter or margarine, and that's just because the fat from the butter limits the foam that you get when you're cooking up jam. Have the mixed berry jam started in this one, strawberry in this one, and blueberry in this one. And I just took the jars out of the dishwasher and they're nice and warm. These ones, I will keep them around the burner after I fill them up to keep them warm before I put them in the water bath canner here. we're gonna turn the burners back up to low. If I keep them on low and then do kind of one at a time, I think that would be better. And we're gonna bring it up to a rolling boil, and that's when I'm gonna add the rest of the sugar. That was 5 cups of sugar. Alright, I'm going to swap this with the blueberries, trying to get them all to the same step. Alright, now we're gonna swap places with the mixed berry jam. This is blackberries, wine berries, wild blueberries, some strawberries from our garden, wild black raspberries, I think. This recipe called for 6 cups of prepared fruit, and I added 7. So I bumped up the pectin a little bit, and I'll bump up the sugar just slightly. Right. I don't have very much of the organic cane sugar. Right, 1, 2. I found this in the opened. Best by 2025, so we're good. That's looking pretty delicious. It's a really pretty color too. We're one at a time going to bring these up to a boil and then ladle them into the jars. Alright, we're going to turn it off, give it another stir, and I'm going to skim some of the foam that's still on top. I used butter, but there's still a little foam. some of the foam that I skimmed off. I'm just going to mix in some of this. I'm just gonna put that one in the fridge. So I'm up to 17 jars so far. I think I'm gonna start to put them in the water bath canner and see how much room I have before I start the mixed berry. That way these can process while I'm filling the other jars. It's pretty warm. It's not boiling yet, but there's a rack, a wire rack on the bottom, and I have it set to canning. So I'll just start adding the jars. I think I'll put the blueberry ones on the bottom so I remember which one's which. Actually, I think I'm just gonna leave it with the blueberry in there because I'm getting a little nervous that I'm gonna forget which jar is which. I'll get distracted. We're gonna put that on canning and let that come up to a boil, and then we'll let them process. And while that's doing that, we will get the mixed berry jam started. This is what I have left over from the blueberry. I'm going to put a lid on it, and once it cools off like the other one, I'll put it in the fridge. Don't have enough jars. That's done. I think I'm gonna add this foamy stuff on the bottom. The water bath canner here, the electric one, is boiling. So I have it set on the canning still. I'm not going to change anything. We're just going to make sure the lid is on. And I'm going to set the timer over here for 10 minutes. Then when they're done processing, we will move them to the towel on the counter. Okie dokie. I'm going to turn that off. Let that calm down for a second before I take the lid off. So I'm going to lift the lid. Ooh, I have no fan over here, so that's pretty sweet. I'm going to let these sit here for a few minutes and let them come up to temperature before I move them to the towel. So we're going to wait for that to come up to a boil, and then we'll process it for 10 minutes. And in the meantime, I have the dishwasher going, but I'm going to start to clean these up a little bit. So we got 25 jars of jam, plus the 3 that are going in the refrigerator. I think that'll do it for today's video. Thank you for joining me today in the kitchen. I hope you enjoyed it. We will see you next time. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!